All right, so we're into the celebrity spotlight this week, guys, and third week of March, and we're not gonna go politics because Gabe said no. He's the mean one behind the scenes. So he thought that it's poignant actually. I think it's very spot on because it's timely, and I always love to talk about timely stuff when we're talking about celebs. And Chester Bennington from Lincoln Park, he took his own life, and looking at his chart, I can see a lot of reasons why. I mean, he did suffer a lot of sexual abuse, things like that, which I do have a friend who went through the same thing, and I can see the pain. So I understand. But it wasn't just that. He has some things going on there that it was his time. You know, it was just his time to say peace out. You know, we have the exit points, the so-called exit points where we can take the out, you know, if we finish mostly what we've accomplished. So with him, you know, any celebrity, it's just so cool that I get to work with celebrities and see them and know about them, because you think they have it all together. They think, you know, they've got money, they've got fame, they've got all this stuff. I mean, the world is their oyster, but it could be further from the truth. That's why I love to work with the celebrity clientele, because you think it's, you know, I'm calling myself celebrity numerologist to be vain. No. I work with that group, so therefore I call myself that. Because think about if I work with a celebrity and they get their stuff together and they find themselves and they know their truth, which is what I do when I do a numerology chart, is I show you your truth, is it profoundly changes them to the point where they can touch millions, you know, whether it's through their songs or through their acting or whatever. But it can transform many, many lives than just doing one person who isn't in the spotlight. So there you go. With Chester, he was all up here. Totally overthinker, overanalyzer. He had an isolated 7, which meant he had a lot of hindsight learning, hence the sexual abuse and things like that. A lot of live and learn type experiences that by the time you're even his age, you know, I think he died at 41, you've racked up like 3 lifetimes in one with that kind of energy. And he had just a single one, which meant he wasn't able to really get it out. I think his work, his songs were probably his outlet. But I find it very interesting that he was born on the 20th day and he also died on the 20th day. So it was like a day of rest, as we always call it. It's like a day of like completion, or like taking the time to just say, okay, here's how it is. Is this what I want? You know, thinking about it and integrating it. So it's just an intriguing coincidence, I guess, or synchronicity. He was a 10 though, and 10s are usually adaptable people. That's their main trait, is adaptability. But they can only go so far because a lot of them don't incorporate the 0. They just have the 1. Without that 0, which is more of a placeholder or symbol, not a number, it's like the spiritual awareness factor wasn't there. And I think he blocked a lot of that out because of the sexual abuse and the hurt in the emotional realm. So he was really living through here. And I mean, it's a tough life to do that, because you're always thinking the what ifs and what if that. And, you know, so he probably thought himself into doom and gloom. So who knows what really happened, but you know, he was really, he almost made it. You know, it's like, I think he went home for a reason though, because there's so many people in crisis right now that people are being called back, so to speak, to be the like guardian angels or the guides per se, or whatever you want to call them, those new age terms. I just call them, you know, going back to the other side, the spiritual realm, because energy can be transformed or, you know, modified, but never destroyed. So when our body dies, our soul continues in some energetic form. So with his date of birth being the 10, he lacked personal confidence. He lacked the sense of standing in his personal power. And again, sexual abuse will do that to you, but also in his chart, he was lacking that. So he didn't have that sense of, you know, I'm standing tall in my who I am and what I'm all about. And so he struggled with that. He also had his gift as the 5 which is the expressive artist. And also his how is the 5. How does he express? And so it's like a double whammy 5, but 5 is also the number of the heart and emotions. So it was a tough thing going on. He actually died during a cycle of 12-3, which is like everything coming together. 12 is the whole and complete number, and 3 is the number of unity. So it was like, I'm completing the circle. So his last cycle would have been an 8. And 8 was the one, the very thing that he needed the most was stepping into that power and reclaiming that power from the abuse and just standing tall in this power. So he was called home for that reason, probably to step into that power finally and use it to help other people. So maybe he's a guardian angel for someone, who knows? I don't know about the other side that much, but I'm not gonna wager a guess, and I'm not into the new agey stuff, so who knows? But I think he was called home. That's what I think. And I've seen a lot of celebs and their dates of death and all that stuff, and it seems very clear that it was an exit point, that it was time to go. And we shouldn't look at it as being a sad thing, because we all have our time, and it could be, at 20, it could be at 120. We just don't know. It's a mystery, and that's how life is. So anyway, he was, if I didn't say that, he was the lead singer for Linkin Park, by the way. And I kind of do like some of their music, and I'm going to have to check it out again just to refresh my memory now that Gabe's planted the seed. But that's your celebrity spotlight for the week. I hope you really think about it, because this month is all about that. It's about thinking and really getting to the heart of the matter. And his death was really something that you got to sit and think about for a second through the numbers. So that's it in a nutshell for the Celebrity Spotlight. Tune in again next week, and we'll have another Celebrity Spotlight here on LotteryUSA.com.